Hi, healers. Your self healer here. I just wanted to speak to you today a little bit about anxiety. I started to work on this yesterday and it caused anxiety, which I haven't suffered from in probably about 6 to 8 months. So, one of the ways we can avoid anxiety is not think about it and worry about it and reflect on it. That would be one of the top ways to not suffer from anxiety. Yeah, I actually realized that I brought on anxiety by thinking about it, remembering it, rehashing it. And so I'm still actually dealing a little bit with anxiety today. I actually began to have anxiety after leaving a toxic relationship, which that was probably the reason why the anxiety was onset because I was speaking and thinking about it while I was trying to prepare this content. So I was in a toxic relationship, and when I left it, the anxiety hit me. It was like I was in more of a very survival mode that was causing me to be a little bit had my feelings stuck back. So once I actually left and was able to rest, heal a little bit, all of a sudden the anxiety just came out. So this content's going to be about anxiety. Um, I tried to find ways to relieve it. I never had anxiety before. Like I said, I was more in a survival mode that caused me to be pretty evil key the whole time. It was an extensive relationship, over 25 years, and it was causing me to have everything was just all I can say is everything was just like stuffed down. It was very critical, complaining, constantly kind of an atmosphere that I just kind of like worked through. The person in the relationship was very miserable, unhappy. It was making it my responsibility to fix in some way or another. And so just being busy about trying to get things done, try to keep the toxic attitudes and behavior at bay for the kids and myself made it where I became in almost numb in a sense. So once I left, everything just came out. That's when the post-traumatic stress immediately came on and I had anxiety. And I never had it before, so it made my personality completely different from being kind of like, I guess, stern in a sense to being very like off kilter. A little bit how I'm feeling today with this anxiety coming back. So just rehashing anxiety is going to cause you to have anxiety. The exercise was really beneficial because it was an outlet for the anxiety. It seemed like all of the jitters were like burning off through the exercise, and most of the time that was a really good way. So movement is good. Sometimes going for a walk would aggravate your anxiety, and I think that was because of the overthink. So exercise is one good way for two to stop overthinking and not thinking about the anxiety or rehashing it or recalling it. So the two ways right there. The thought patterns can change and be something to talk yourself out of the anxiety. Telling yourself everything is fine. There really isn't anything that you need to do right now other than what you're trying to do, which is, do something helpful and healthful for your anxiety. Um, Maybe get yourself out of anxious situations where people are criticizing you or combative at all. Um, And this breathing's really beneficial. That's what I was doing yesterday while I was trying to create the content. It was just breathing. Rhythmic breathing. You can look that up online. That's just breathing in a rhythm, inhaling, exhaling, but doing it in a rhythm. Counting by five to inhale, holding for five, releasing for five. There's so many different ways to breathe. You can look that up online. Releasing your trauma help. You could have anxiety because your trauma or a situation that you didn't ever really work through will come up. And when you have anxiety, you're not really sure why you have anxiety. It could be something from your past or an event that for some reason you dreamt about, or you maybe have like a thoughts of occasionally. That'll bring on anxiety because you need to work through it, which basically means just sitting and letting it work out of your body, moving, talking yourself through it, trying not to rehash it, but like talk yourself through and say, yeah, that happened. And I can understand why I would feel anxious about it today because it was really a poor experience. There's no reason for me to keep reflecting on it. What's done is done. Talking yourself out of it so you get to that place in your mind where you said the right thing, that you're able to almost push it out instead of putting it back inside you and having it come back up again. It's more like you're relieving it. You're releasing it, pushing it away from yourself, putting it somewhere else, like in the past, or um, reminding yourself that it's over with and that you did heal from it. So it's only showing back up because you had a trigger. Those are some of the ways to work. And then changing your focus, just changing your focus. Sometimes all you can do with anxiety is do something else, anything, swimming, biking, or folding laundry, cooking. Like I said, sometimes watching's the thing for people. Sitting down, reading a book that might be a little bit not physical enough. You might even unloading the dishwasher. You might just find yourself not having anxiety when you reframe your focus. And so that's all I wanted to talk about today is a little bit on anxiety and some of the things that we can do to work through it. And thanks. Have a great day.